What's up, everybody? Joe White here, rolling through the great, boring state of Wyoming today. There's snow on the ground. It was snowing last night in Laramie, Wyoming. And as one of the greatest late night show hosts in history, Craig Ferguson, taught us, if you're from Laramie, Wyoming, you can't say that you're from there. You got to say that you're out of there. I'm out of Laramie, Wyoming. But anyway, Nintendo. I can remember the year was 2017. It was March of 2017. And I remember I remember when the direct was announced when it was announced, I immediately went to my local GameStop and the guy at the GameStop said, "We're requiring a $100 deposit for this thing." So I had to put $100 down. And he said, "Good thing you're here. We're only getting 30 of them in, and you were number 22, I think I was." So um, I sat there with my friend. I've told this story before. I sat there. My friend Joey King needed a ride up to the GameStop to get his. So me and my friend Joey King, we were working together at a call center at the time. We rode up to GameStop on midnight that March evening. I remember it was unseasonably warm for early March when that thing came out. And we rode up there, we stood in line, did our pre rings that day, stood in line, and I was number 3 in line to get my Switch. Because another friend of Joey's had joined us, and we let him in ahead of us. So I was number 3 in my town to get a Nintendo Switch. And um, I love that system. I ended up selling my Switch because I needed money a couple months later. I remember I was the first one at my local GameStop to trade in a Nintendo Switch. The guy had to pull up the email and go through the trade in procedures. But I would eventually buy another one a few months later once I got back into the trucking industry because I'm like, man, I wish I would have kept my Switch. There was even a commercial out with a truck driver driving a log truck, sitting in his truck playing the Nintendo Switch. I was like, oh man, they're tugging after me own heartstrings. So, guys, the speed limit is 65 through here. Yes, there's snow on the road, but come on. Anyway, anyway, and I've had my Switch. The Switch I have in my truck right now, I have had since 2018, late 2018. And it's been good to me. I haven't experienced any issues with it. It's played everything the way it's supposed to be played. But here we are now, Monday, March 31st, I believe it is today. Yep, March 31st. And we are 2 days away from the Switch 2 announcement video, the Switch 2 Direct, if you will, from Nintendo. And I'm here to give you guys a little bit of predictions, or some predictions, I should say, for that Switch 2 Direct. First off, release date. Everybody's saying June. June, June, June. I don't think it's coming till July. If it's June, it'll surprise me. I think it's July. They're going to give themselves a 3-month head start because you got to have time to ship them, and you got to have time for the stores like GameStop and everybody else to get their SKUs ready, which I'm sure they've had SKUs up and in their system just blocked for a long time. God, why is everybody going so slow? They put the speed limit at 65 for a reason. Anyway, um, so I think it's going to be June or July, excuse me, July. And I think the price point, $399.99, $400 basically. I have a couple of a wild card prediction about this. There's going to be two models. Remember when they did the Wii U? They did that nice black model with like the half a tera. I don't remember. It's been a long time. I think it had half a terabyte in it, and the other one only had 256 gigs, something like that. I think we may see a second Switch version. Maybe one for 450, and for 450 you get double the storage, and maybe it's an OLED model. That's my holy crap prediction for the price point and what you're going to get, the configuration. As for other things, they're going to show off that mouse capability. Doing what? I don't know. Maybe a lot of people are saying Mario Paint making a comeback, which would be awesome. If you could do stuff in Mario Paint and upload it to YouTube or whatever from the Switch. Couple other things I'm predicting. They're finally going to bring all the streaming services to this thing. Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, YouTube. Well, YouTube was already there, but all the streaming services are going to be on this thing. We're going to see the new UI, user interface, and I'm predicting folders will finally be added. I think that they're going to do like what Xbox and PlayStation do. You're going to be able to live stream from the thing. That's kind of hard to do when you're in portable mode, unless you're right near a good Wi-Fi connection. Because I can tell you right now, being out here on the road, you don't have Wi-Fi everywhere. This whole thing that Xfinity talks about with, they have the biggest hotspot network in the nation and all this and that. Where? Because I'm out here day in and day out, and I very rarely get to connect to Wi-Fi that I don't have to pay for. So there's that. But I do think they'll have some kind of integrated streaming thing where you can plug in your YouTube channel ID or whatever, sign into YouTube, and hit a button and bam, you're streaming if you have Wi-Fi. Another part of the user interface, I think we're going to see folders finally coming. Like, okay, you can put all your Mario games in this folder, your Zelda in that folder, etc., etc. As far as the Nintendo Online service goes, the Nintendo Switch Online, I think you're finally going to see 3DS games hit it. I think you're going to see GameCube games hit it. Another thing with that, the mouse and the UR, they had the IR capability, infrared capability with the old one, but nobody really ever used it. Maybe we see Wii games and Wii U games being ported over to this thing. I know that they've taken a lot of Wii and Wii U games and just updated them to get rid of the waggle commands, but there's a lot of people that still like the Wii remote waggle commands. And remember that. Remember when Microsoft released that damn thing? Oh my God, I don't even remember what it was called. The little bar, the sensor bar for the top, and they're like, this is real motion controls, not a bunch of preset waggle commands. Where did that get you? Because the waggle commands are still around, and your shit is now in the dumpster. So, suck it, Xbox. But as far as other things, the UI is going to be shown. Let's see what we cover. UI, we covered the price point. Storage, half a terabyte. I think it's going to be half a terabyte. And then if they do a second model, you get a full terabyte. Storage is not that expensive. It's not. I could get a 1 terabyte SSD for my computer right now for $30. Storage is not that expensive as it used to be. I got a 1 terabyte SSD or 1 terabyte SD card for my Switch. I got that about a year ago, and I paid $30 for it. 1 terabyte should be the standard. Anything less than a terabyte or half, is just. I was amazed when I bought my gaming laptop. I bought a Granted, it's not a extremely high priced one, but I was appalled that it only came with a daggum 256K or 256 gig uh, hard drive in it. And most of that's eaten up by Windows and other things. So I had to go out and buy external storage for it. And this is a gaming laptop. So there's no excuse for not having at least anywhere between a half and 1 terabyte full of storage. And there's no excuse for that. Let me see what else here. They're going to show off the mouse thing. I think we get a new type of HD rumble. I've heard people calling it 4K rumble. Who knows? I think we get an update to the rumble. We get that little C button. Lord knows what the C button's going to do. That's on the right-hand Joy-Con. I think we get an updated Joy-Con in the sense that they are using those, I forget what they're called right off the top of my head, but the new kind of thumbstick, the new kind of joystick that does not make it susceptible to drift. They're going to say drifting is a thing of the past. I can remember being in one of my company's terminals, and this lady walks in, and I'm playing my Switch inside there, and this lady walks in with her Switch, and she starts cussing at it because her Joy-Con started to drift that day. And I'm just like, man, I hope this is improved. I hope this drifting is a thing of the past. No more drifting. Ever. Please. There's no excuse for it in the first place. Let's see. Games. As far as games go, Mario Kart 9 is going to be a launch title. I can remember when the Switch 1 launched, you could only buy 2 games at retail for this thing. If you walked into a gaming store, GameStop, you could only buy 2 games. Zelda Breath of the Wild and 1-2 Switch. Got to do better this time, Nintendo. You got to do better this time. You know, they did a deal the last, ever since ever since year 2 of the Switch being launched, every Christmas, the Black Friday deal, the big Black Friday deal, is a Nintendo Switch with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe already on the system as a pack-in item. Wouldn't it be wild? And again, this is a holy crap idea. Wouldn't it be a crazy, wild, holy crap idea if Mario Kart 9 was the pack-in title? I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be a launch title. And since they're giving us a Mario game right off the bat, I don't think we're going to get a 3D Mario game right off the bat as a launch title. They launched the Switch in March, and it was October before we got Odyssey. So I think the same thing's going to happen here. You're going to have Mario Kart 8 or 9. I don't think it'll be a pack-in title. Oh my God, people. 24 miles an hour? Are you kidding me? The fuck are we doing? Sorry. Yes, I use my horn out here. You're going 25 miles an hour in a damn 65 mile an hour zone? That's ridiculous, guys. That is more dangerous than going over the speed limit, in my opinion. But let's see. Sorry, Mario Kart 9. As far as a Zelda game goes, they're doing these top-down versions. You know, we got Link's Awakening. I don't remember the one where you play as Princess Zelda because I don't care. I think their big sticking point is going to be, look how well Breath of the Wild runs on this. Look how well Tears of the Kingdom. Look, there's no more loading times in Breath of the Wild because this thing runs so fast, so updated, even though it's like a PS4. But anyway, why Nintendo can't keep up is beyond me. But I think it's because they want to keep the price low. But anyway, we're going to see like, oh, look, Breath of the Wild runs this, and this. Oh, and by the way, we have a new Zelda game coming. Take a look. And it's going to be one of two things. Either a Ocarina of Time remake that is running in the Breath of the Wild engine, which would be freaking amazing. Oh my god. Or the one that I want. I would like, much like they updated much like they updated Link's Awakening, I would like to see a Link to the Past remake. Remake the whole damn thing from beginning to end in that 2D, 3D, whatever style they're doing with the top-down gimmick. It's perfect for a Link to the Past. They should have done a Link to the Past first instead of Link's Awakening. But anyway. Let's see. Metroid. I think we're going to see Metroid Prime 4. A new Animal Crossing game, maybe? Maybe a new hint at a new Animal Crossing game? Now for some holy crap predictions. These are ones that I want to happen. I don't think they will happen. If they do happen, yay. That'll be awesome. Let's see here. Grand Theft Auto 5. Everybody's saying they won't bring Grand Theft Auto 5 on because of the online feature won't run on it. And I've been saying all along, I don't care about Grand Theft Auto 5 online. I just want to play the base game on the go. I just want to play Grand Theft Auto 5 on the go. And they have that new enhanced version that just came out for the PC. I'm not saying that you have to give us the PS5 updated enhanced version. I'm perfectly fine with the PS4 version running on the thing. Just give me my Grand Theft Auto 5. It's my favorite one in the series. I love that game. Another one that people are saying is Final Fantasy VII Remake hitting Nintendo. That fits. Nintendo was really the birthplace of Final Fantasy. It's the it's the company that made Final Fantasy popular until Final Fantasy VII came along. I think maybe we see Final Fantasy VII Remake appear. Or Final Fantasy VII Remake Pocket Edition. They could go that route. A lot of people say they liked the Pocket version of 15. Let's see here. I think that we get some mention of Donkey Kong, although they just released a new Donkey Kong game last year, I think it was. Who knows? Pikmin, yeah, maybe. Star Fox, maybe. I think that's pretty much it. Call of Duty, a lot of people are saying as well, Call of Duty. But as far as the umpteen farm simulators, and we're bringing Shimagoye Tensei number 99 XP to this thing. I don't care about your countless JRPGs and all this. That's not my cup of tea. A lot of people play them. They sell really well. Fine. Speaking of which, the Nintendo eShop. I think we see an updated eShop because the eShop as it stands right now is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But anyway, folks, those are just some of my predictions for the Switch 2. That's going to do it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and we will see you down the road.
I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw Space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carey Rock. I need scissors. 61.